Hello students, welcome to this online course on college algebra. Depending on your institution, this course is sometimes given different names. It is also called pre-calculus, it is called intermediate algebra, it is called college algebra with applications, sometimes even technical mathematics and so on. Um, this is important information for you. If you are taking this class and later on if you need to transfer the credit to a different institution, you might want to make note of all the different titles I gave just now, because if that any of that is a prerequisite, you would have covered that in this class, in this course. Okay, so what is the course about then? If I have to say it in one word, I will say functions. Okay. We study some other tangential concepts, but mainly functions. And what are functions? The basic idea is there are inputs and there are outputs, and we are going to map them, create an association, right? That is a concept of a function. In college algebra, we will study the basics that we need to study the functions, which will be the numbers, the number system, the coordinate system, and then we will study what functions are and different types of functions. I said what functions are. Now, coming to different types of functions, we will be looking at linear functions, quadratic functions, polynomial functions in general, logarithmic functions, exponential functions, some part of, at least the idea of trigonometric functions. And when I say we study these functions, we are going to make a twofold approach. Okay. One is analytic, the other is graphical. An analytic approach to study functions is through variables, equations, write down like in words and letters, and then do some processing, solving equation, trying to find what we call zeros of a function, or solving an inequality, adding, subtracting, doing operations on functions, right? Arithmetic and rules of basic algebra. That is analytic approach. The graphical approach is graphical, visual approach. So we look at sketches of functions. Oftentimes we draw the sketch of functions, and then we look at or we use graphing utility like a calculator graph, your Texas Instruments calculator, or you can use an online tool like Desmos. So we graph the functions and we do operations on functions graphically. Like we can move the function left or right, or we could rotate the function. And sometimes we just analyze the function. Look at the graph. What does the graph of the function tell you about the function? For example, I see the graph is going to a certain point, and then there's a break gap and it starts at another point. What does it mean? What can I infer from that? That is an example like that. Okay. So I'll again repeat, and this theme I would want you to keep in your in the back of your mind while going through this course. That anything we study in functions, we are going to have a analytic perspective and a graphical perspective. Okay. Now that is basically, and towards the end we will study some matrices and others here and there, some other important concepts about practical applications of all these functions, which actually brings me to another important point, which is um, some of you might be taking this course only, as I said earlier, for an associate's degree and not going to be doing any more mathematics, in which case you are most likely going to need these ideas, the concepts that you study in this course in your work life, okay, or in your other main area of your work or your study. So thinking, the critical thinking skills that you will pick up uh, through the work we do in this class, and the applications of the functions that you will see, the models, the mathematical models for real world problems that we will generate, all of those ideas will be your training, for applying mathematics in real world. And as I said, if you are going to do more mathematics in the future, you will absolutely need to focus very well on this course, because it lays the foundations for studying higher mathematics. Okay, so that is my introduction to this course, and I wish you good luck. I would add this, that in order to succeed in this course, you should actively participate when you are watching these videos, and do the work after watching the videos. Okay, which means, firstly, you will keep either a calculator, a physical calculator, or a digital calculator handy all the time, notebook with pen. And if you have access to my note taking guides that I use in the videos, either download them, as a soft copy if you are writing on a tablet, or print them the old school way, which is very effective in learning actually. Print the note taking guide, and as I go through the videos, I will be using the note taking guides with lot of blanks where we have to fill in. You do the same, you know and at times I will pause the video, and when we are solving a problem, and I'll ask you to solve the problem or continue, midway through a problem. When I say that on a video, you do that. You pause the video, try to solve, and don't be afraid of making mistakes. Okay, maybe you can write in, with pencil, or have a eraser ready. So in case you make a mistake, it's no problem. You can erase it and do it again when you're watching the video. But that will be much more beneficial to you, and much more good learning experience that will stay with you longer than just seeing me solving everything and writing it down. Okay. So when I say active participation, it means all of this, not just starting the video and laying back and like a movie, watch it till the end. No, you are going to be physically, mentally involved when watching the videos. That will be the key to your success. And then the post video work, which would be if you are taking this course with me in an institution, you would be doing the recommended homework problems, right? Important thing is, don't watch the video in this weekend and do the problems next weekend. Okay, at most a day or two. I would not recommend more than that, between you watching a video on a certain topic and solving problems on that topic. Okay, it is very important you do it in a short time, because your memory will be fresh, your understanding ideas would be fresh, and you'll be doing it more time efficient way. If you maintain more gap, you might have to rewatch or watch some other videos on YouTube, and then you will be spending effectively more time, okay, and being less efficient with it. What else? I think those are the main things right now. So maybe just in 1 minute, I will summarize what I said in this introductory video, and then you will be ready to watch the first lesson. Okay. So this is a course mainly on college level algebra. The course could be called a pre-calculus or a technical math or intermediate algebra. In this course, we lay the foundation for applying mathematics beyond high school in real world and for studying higher mathematics like calculus and other advanced mathematics topics in the future. You could be doing this course for an associate degree, or you could be transferring to a college, or you could be already working and doing this to brush up your mathematics skills. In every aspect, it will be useful, and I will incorporate all of that in my videos. While watching the videos, actively participate, always take notes, and make sure to follow up by solving the problems. Okay. With that, I'll pause this and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.